Fred.
Kyle, do you want to speak to you?
Fred.
So we'll do our typical opening thing. And then, what do you guys do in the second segment?
Who are you, God, that's loud. Whose is this?
That's yours.
Okay,
That's the mic.
so we're not clipping. You wanna hear it?
No, I trust you. Ready?
Ready?
Is that ready to go?
It's, yeah, you just have to click it and make
Okay.
it work.
And good morning, everybody. This is the Fred and Jeff Show. This is Fred Ross, with my little brother Jeffrey.
Hola, Tucson.
And we are celebrating people, the places, events, history, and culture that make living in Tucson and Southern Arizona so gosh darn wonderful, Jeffrey.
You know one of the things that doesn't make Tucson so gosh darn wonderful, Fred?
What is that?
Those darn, I'm just kidding. It's all good.
So we would invite you to visit us at friendjeff.com.
Right?
Follow us on Twitter.
Right?
Like us on Facebook, and
Right.
even subscribe to this tome of wisdom and entertainment on iTunes. Now, Jeffrey, there's a lot of stuff going on.
There's a ton.
You know, will have already opened, and hopefully we can get these guys on before it ends on the 26th. But the Arizona Theater Company's last production of this season of the 2013-2014 series, Venus and Fur, is starting on April 5th, and it goes through the 26th, and it's I think an Arizona premiere of
No
this
kidding.
of the show, and this is an award-winning Broadway production that you guys really need to go out and enjoy. It's played by David Ives.
David Hasselhoff.
Yeah, exactly.
David Ives, all right, the Arizona premiere. That's very cool, Arizona Theater Company.
Yeah, no
Downtown, Temple of Music and Arts.
Yes.
Groups say 15% or more, Fred, so call for details. 622-2823.
You read very well, John.
I do, that's the one thing my Catholic education got me.
Besides Beaton.
One of the sexiest, most intelligent, and acclaimed new plays in recent Broadway history. Love it.
Yeah.
What else you got?
On April 15th, The Address, a film by Ken Burns, is going to be on PBS, Arizona Public Media. Now, the only reason I bring this up is because during the Tucson Festival of Books, Arizona Public Media was taping random people at the book festival reading the Gettysburg Address.
Right, and you were one of those random people.
And I was one of those random people, and allegedly I made the final cut.
No way.
Yeah, so
Who alleged that?
someone from Arizona Public Media.
Oh, that's cool, man.
Yeah, I didn't have to, pay off anybody at all. It was great.
It's about time.
Exactly. I can save some money. The address is about
The Gettysburg Address.
Lincoln's Gettysburg Address,
Right.
which is the dedication of the battlefield when the pivotal battles during the Civil War, which occurred at Gettysburg.
That reminded me of one of the battles you and I had as children. I call that the Battle of the Dirt Clod, but that's a different story.
That is a different story. This coming Saturday, the 12th.
Not to make light of the Gettysfield Address, because that's very important.
Gettysfield.
Did I say Gettysfield or Gettysburg?
You said Gettysfield.
Well, roll the tape back.
I will.
But Gettysburg Address, 'cause that was very important in the history of the United States.
Yes, it was.
Yes, but the Battle of the Dirt Clod was very important in the history of the Fred Jeff Show.
Yeah, we should have a whole show on that.
We should.
So let's see, April 12th, the Pima Council on Aging is having their big fundraising gala up at La Paloma, and and this is another, personal point of privilege, if we're doing Robert's Rules of Order.
Yes, sir, you should feel very privileged.
The PCOA is recognizing the contributions of the Ronstadt family to Southern Arizona. And so their fundraiser is intended to celebrate the family and get them a couple of shekels into their coffers.
Yeah, a couple of shekels.
Hopefully a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, and then April 13th, which is the day after, there's a lot of stuff going on. The event is taking place, which is a fundraiser for the Boys and Girls Club.
Right.
And that's going to, actually, let's see. Can't see what's, do you know that's happening at?
Where the event is taking place?
Yeah, usually it's over, the Ventana.
I thought it was downtown.
Oh, maybe Caitlin might know, because this is the downtown show.
No, it's not downtown. She's shaking her head no.
Okay. Last couple of things, there's.
But that's a big one too, because that supports our local Boys and Girls Clubs.
That's right.
So you
That's
got,
correct.
you're kind of, you're putting both sides of the life spectrum there. You got supporting our elderly community and supporting the kids in two events.
That's
So,
absolutely correct. Last couple of things from me, on April 26th is the monthly rocket launch by the Southern Arizona Rocketry Association. Up in Marana, they are launching model rockets, and they have the little kits that you can buy at a hobby store, and they also have handcrafted original, they look like missiles, like the NSA should be walking around keeping an eye on these people, but it's really cool what they do out there at the Southern Arizona Rocketry Association. And last thing, Jeff, for me, is just to remind people, what?
no, Fred, this isn't the last thing. This is the most important thing for you. You've been talking about Benu now for months.
It is so cool. I've been watching this TV series called Cosmos. And it's sort of a reboot of the old Carl Sagan Cosmos. And actually, it's put together by some people who, some of his colleagues in his professional life, in personal life as well. And it is just, after watching those things and realizing the immensity of our universe, you kind of feel like just a little speck of dust floating around.
This is the first time you've ever felt like a speck of dust?
Well, I think there's scale involved. But I think it's cool that that NASA, working with the University of Arizona, is sending out a spacecraft to orbit, then land on
An asteroid.
an asteroid, bring a sample, get a sample collected, and bring it back. And people, anybody can just sign up at planetarySociety.org and be part of that, have their name fly out to the asteroid, and then fly back.
So
I think that's just really cool.
To you, what's the allure of that? Having your name fly out to an asteroid and back?
I don't know.
Why do you think that's so cool?
Well, I think it's cool because I'll never do it. Like, my physical body will never do it.
Right.
But I can enjoy the thought of some piece of me, my name, which after all is all we have, Jeff, is our name.
Nice.
Flying out into the inky blackness of interstellar space, or actually intersolar system space, and take on this really cool mission.
See, and I'm always concerned that rocket like upsets some sort of extraterrestrial life, and they climb on board, they see all those names, and I'm like, we're visiting these guys. We're taking these guys out. And I don't want my name anywhere associated with that.
So
You know what I'm saying?
You don't want the aliens taking you away?
No, if they're coming, here's Fred. He won this thing. Me, I just have a little radio show and want to sell an insurance policy, that's it. And rehabilitate from the hard charge.
Oh, are you still
Oh
rehabilitating?
man, my knees, there's not one piece of skin left on my knees. And my elbows. I still got mud in my right eye.
I have some scrapes, but it was well worth it.
You know we're on the video, I should say we're on the video. Emily and Shannon and AJ, your boy, are on the video on the website.
I did not know that.
Yeah, and it's hilarious because if you watch the video, you see AJ runs up to those rope ladder,
Yeah.
and he goes up about 3 rungs, and then he comes back down.
Very cool.
So good job, AJ.
Yeah, very good job.
But there's tons of other stuff, folks, not just the stuff we talked about today. You also want to get out to the Arizona Snow Desert Museum, you want to get out to the zoo,
P. Merritt Space Museum.
P. Merritt Space, tons of fun things happening here in our community, so get out there and meet your neighbor and build a little friendship with some folks you didn't know. And I think that's about all we got for now, so we'll take a quick break. We'll be back with more here on the Big Downtown Show, April Downtown Show here on the Fred Jeff Show. All right. Dun, 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 dun.
Today's Sunday. Yes, today is
Yeah.
Sunday.
Unfortunately, we lied to our listeners.
What time?
It's 11. It starts at 11.
Okay. So, how's this gonna work?
Uh-oh, what are you talking about?
Get out of that house right now, go get dressed and go.
Well. Okay,
Will it freak your friends out to hear you on the radio when they look at you downtown?
yeah,
Well, if they're with you, they shouldn't be listening to the radio.
no, that's true. Unless there's, what radio station is it?
104.1.
So they might, I mean, there are some radio stations who are gonna be having van stops down there.
They probably won't. I don't think 104.1 is very pro bicycle overall.
Yeah, that's kind of easy.
Come on, you guys.
They're not really pro downtown.
Oh, yes, they are. They're not pro like silly business decisions. That's the problem.
Yes.
Once they figure out that the downtown feature was a good decision, they'll switch there.
Oh, more, we have $1 billion invested in downtown, how much more proof do they need?
I don't know. You're only talking about one guy.
Well, he's the only one that's on there.
That's
Well,
not true. James T. Harris.
Well, he's the main one that's on there, he's the one that they're known for, he's the one with the ratings.
No, you're talking about John Justice.
Yeah.
He's a wacky.
Yeah.
James T's a good guy. I like James T.
But
I
they're all
don't
just
think so.
roles, right? I mean, they're like, they have to have these roles, they have to have this extremist role.
No, I think
right?
John Justice actually is just in that job.
Really?
He
Yeah.
might be.
Yeah.
Well, you know.
He yelled at me drunk one morning at like noon and threw
Where
things
were
at
you?
me. I was doing a press conference in front of the zoo and he was yelling at me and he was really trash and sitting on a wall of the zoo and throwing things.
How long ago was this?
2010,
Okay.
2009.
That's nice, that's where families and things go.
Right, yeah.
On a weekend, that's not like called out for inappropriate behavior or.
No,
or
I
for
guess
being
not.
arrested or police are called or.
And then he
Yeah.
called me a
White
squirrel
privilege.
on his radio show.
White privilege, what does that mean?
That you get to do that kind of stuff, but if you were somebody of color,
Like
cops would be
yourself?
called, no, I'm white,
Oh,
but no, the cops would be called on you.
no.
Don't you think?
We're not playing that game today. Bad is bad regardless of race.
It is bad,
So
but
let's not
Everybody
let's
died.
start any sort of drawing lines.
he doesn't
about-
get to be in trouble for it.
How do we
He
do
doesn't
that?
get in trouble for it.
He doesn't get in trouble
Oh,
for
here we go. All right.
John
We're-
Justice doesn't, it's John Justice.
We're not
Can we say
here
that?
to cast aspersions on other people. We're here to talk about fun movies. All right, what do we got next?
Definitely.
All right. We got a plethora of wires here.
And do you want me to introduce Kylie immediately, or?
Let's do the
Yeah, we'll just go with what we usually do.
at the starting night and any
Okay.
events and such.
Yeah, there's a lot of events.
Any places opening? I saw that the butcher, is that open now?
September probably.
All right, did they miss their original date to open?
The Butcher?
Yeah.
I don't think they ever had an original date. There's this cool place across the street that's going to be opening in the next little while called St. Cecilia, their music studio. Really, really cool story.
Are they upstairs?
No,
No, they bought the building, the red part. They bought the red part of
Yeah.
the Chicago store.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So they have fun stuff. There's nothing opening, the Coronet's opening, but I don't really consider that downtown.
What?
The Coronet?
It's kind of downtown.
Kind of. but
Where is it? It's right on the north
It's
side
literally
of.
on 4th Avenue.
Eighth Street, Fourth.
Oh, so
Ninth and
now it's
Fourth.
us and them now, right?
No.
Oh, damn, Fourth Avenue people.
Yeah, but she's, I mean,
Speaking of throwing rocks, we throw rocks across the train tracks constantly.
I love it.
so I think she's gonna have a hard time, because she should have been open a long time ago. I mean, in order to take advantage of any,
Opening this time of year is really hard.
Oh, yeah.
she's gonna hurt. I just hope I hope they have deep pockets enough to stay open.
I hope so. Yeah, we just have a lot of cool events coming up, nothing.
Right.
I won't mention Pizzeria Bianca because God only knows.
Screw those guys.
When are they up there?
They kicked us out of Phoenix once.
Did they?
Yeah, they were really rude to us. So
Really?
we were really rude back.
Yeah, because he was drunk.
Oh, no, not true. It was actually really with the Walters.
They were all drunk.
Oh, here we go. And what about that hi-fi guys? Let's throw them under the bus real quick on the show.
I can't, but you can.
Cool. Cool. Actually,
There
we're
was a
looking forward to-
misunderstanding, they apologized.
They did apologize.
They did?
Yeah, because
Did
what
they?
happens was, the guys with the hats had already gone in, and then at a certain time, they enforced the dress code, but if you're in, you get to stay in.
It's good to make up the rules after the fact.
It was.
Do you like this, Anthony?
Don't even know.
Okay. What do you
Yeah.
think, Kate? Should we be nice or?
He's just.
I have no opinions on this whatsoever. I love all of my downtown businesses equally.
All right, here we go.
All right.
This is the Fred Jeff Show. This is Fred Ronstadt and good my little brother Jeffrey.
Dun, 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 dun. Hello, Tucson.
And we are celebrating the people, the places, the events, history, and culture that make living in Tucson, Southern Arizona so gosh darn wonderful. And Jeff,
Yes, sir.
we are in one of those places that make Tucson so gosh darn wonderful. We're sitting in the beautiful lobby of the screen room in downtown Tucson. And
I think it's nice too. Beautiful, I think, is a stretch. What do you think?
no, it's actually,
Beautiful.
no,
It
it's,
is beautiful.
it's, when we're sitting here right now, it's a work in progress because they're getting ready for something that we're gonna talk about in a little bit.
You know what the screening room looks like to me right now? It looks like after we had our fantasy baseball draft and all of the teams were up on the wall.
And the beer cans.
And I was really upset that I didn't get Albert Pujols, that I had to settle for Mark Trumbo. Kind of like Finney's Landing is over there and Cine Cubano is over there. What's up with that? We'll talk about that more later.
So we are at the screen room.
We are at the screen room.
And with us, as usual for our downtown shows, is the lovely and vivacious Caitlin Jensen. How are you doing, Caitlin?
I'm doing great, thank you. I'm a little tired from all the fun yesterday at the Hullabaloo at Armory Park.
Good times.
Yeah, did you guys have a chance? I didn't see you there, but it was pretty
No,
crowded.
I did not make the whole balloon.
Oh, dancing, fun, oh my goodness. It's still going on today. I don't know if I have the energy to make it back out, but
You do.
I might. It was a lot of fun, so that's
Cool.
that's a really good time. How are you guys?
Pretty awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're convalescing from,
The hard charge.
Yeah.
We did it a week ago.
Oh,
I don't heal like I used to.
you must be getting old. What's with this? Can't do that anymore.
but we're already signed up for next year. March 21st, 2015, we're all signed up.
As a matter of fact, I think I'm gonna be out of town that day. Just for that day though. What a shame.
I hear Bisbee's really nice that time of year.
I'm gonna
Oh,
find out.
yeah.
You know what, we are actually, I was talking to Margot Susko, and we're going to take a road trip down to Bisbee and interview a bunch of people down in one of our old mining towns.
So do you get to see the new hydro that's opened up in Bisbee?
We'll probably be recording, broadcasting from the new hydro.
I still haven't been down there to see it. I really want to. Of course, Hydro's been in downtown Tucson for almost 20 years, I think.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
And really fantastic place, but she just opened up that place down in Bisbee, and I really want to get down there and check it out.
Yeah, her baby brother Joey.
Yeah.
Her baby brother Joey.
Yeah.
I'm gonna remember that.
Yeah. So so we're gonna do some shows down in Bisbee probably in May.
Cool.
Fantastic.
Very fun.
Throw me in the back of your trunk. I'll head down there.
Shotgun.
Just
I'll shock it.
tell my
You're
boss.
driving.
Tell my boss I'm working.
You got it. Michael, she's working.
Absolutely. You believe stuff like that.
You should. You're above reproach. So what
Yeah.
fun things are happening down here in April?
April's one of our busiest months. There's just so much, the weather's gorgeous, and there's so much to do. Everybody wants to be outside. There are some really wonderful opportunities to have a lot of fun, just play, be active, get to know your community and your neighbors today in downtown Tucson, and we'll hear a little bit more about that soon. And then I'm gonna get out of here and go over to the cyclovia that's going on, because it's more fun, sorry guys.
We don't blame you.
You would too, that's
Well,
your
why
heading
not?
as soon as we're done. I'm amazed at the music that's coming to downtown Tucson. We have Nico Case, I think I saw Gogo Bordello's coming to downtown soon. Really fantastic acts. All of this is on our website at downtowntucson.org, full list of events in April. But really, I'm excited. Saturdays is happening next Saturday. Really fantastic lineup there. Great people like Cadillac Mountain and the Carnivaleros. A full day.
Carnivaleros are a
The
lot of fun.
Carnivaleros, right?
They are a lot of fun, yes
So
they
this
are.
is the album release show. They have a new album called Strictly Taboo. So that's going to be going on second Saturdays in downtown Tucson for free. Michael P. and the Gully Washers. It's a great show.
Super fun.
Super fun. All kinds of great specials from downtown merchants. Children's Museum, $2 admission. Just really fun for people of all ages. So great time to come downtown, eat some good food, see a show, go shopping in any of our great dozens of retail stores. I love it. I love it.
Love it. Now, most of your stores down here, most of your shops down here are big U of A fans, aren't they?
They are actually. We saw great turnout for the big events.
Yeah, the tournament.
The tournament, yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's fantastic. It's wonderful, one of those little cool community things where you can just see everybody in Tucson come together. Not my thing.
Oh, you're not a basketball fan?
I'm not a huge basketball fan, but I love watching Tucson do well and get the national spotlight and see us just, commune on the thing and have fun.
Still a big fan of the Pro Bowlers tour?
Oh yeah, that's it. Bowling, that's the one with the clubs, right?
Golf.
Oh yeah. I always get confused with those.
Oh, that's too funny.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
Caitlin, super
So
fun.
it's fantastic.
So you were talking earlier about Cyclovia.
Yes, and fortunately, we were able to drag Kylie from Living Streets Alliance out to talk a little bit about Cyclovia, and then as soon as she's done, finish listening to this show and go down and check it out for yourself. It's a lot of
All
fun.
right.
Hi.
Hi, Kylie. How are you today?
Doing great. We just wrapped up the pedicab tour of the northern portion of Ciclovia with Mayor Rothschild and council members Kozacic and Fimbres. That was great. They kicked off the event at 9:30.
Wait. Did they ride bikes or were they carted around by pedicabs?
Some of them rode bikes. We all know Councilmember Kozacic prefers to get around by bicycle, so he rode his bike, and the mayor was in a pedicab. Councilmember Fimbres was in a pedicab.
Those guys need to get on bikes.
The
Yeah.
pedicabs were offered as an alternative to riding your bikes. It's great fun. We're over here at the Living Streets Alliance Hospitality Tent. It's at the intersection of 6th Avenue and 13th Street, so right at the south end of Armory Park and Children's Museum lawn. We've got all kinds of giveaways, prizes, music. We've got kids taking off their training wheels for the first time ever, and we're making a really big deal about it with the PA system. and
That's very cool.
getting the crowd behind them for that. It's great fun.
Excellent. So, I've always called this Cyclovia.
That's fine.
What is the real,
So we tricked you a number of years ago when Tucson chose the spelling we chose. Cyclovia should be pronounced Cyclovia, right? Like a cycle.
yeah.
But the actual word comes from Bogota, Colombia, and it should be an I instead of a Y. It should be Ciclovia, which means bicycle path. But we changed it. Sort of took the liberty there.
Cyclovia.
Ciclovia.
Ciclovia.
Cyclovia.
Ciclovia. There you go, friend.
All right,
Learn something new.
So Cyclovia is going on today.
So we've got, it's happening in conjunction with Armory Park's Hullabaloo Fest happening, and then also we have for the first time ever, Feria de Sur Tucson in the city of South Tucson. From 29th Street to 36th Street, every other block has got music, stages, mariachi, ballet folklorico, vendors. We've got Lucha Libre in the Greyhound racetrack parking lot. It's nuts. I haven't even been around to see it all yet. It just started. It'll be going on for a couple more hours. We wrap up at 3. Well, Ciclovia wraps up at 3, but the Feria will be going on until 7, and then the Hullabaloo Armory Park will be going on until 8 tonight.
Well, I got my little Sun Cruiser, so I'll be tooling around
Nice.
all over the place.
Well, that'll be good times.
Yeah, it always is.
All right.
Actually, I think I haven't been. Was there one last year?
There were 2.
That's right.
There were 2. One
That's
in
right.
downtown and one in Midtown.
Yeah, and I missed those. So it's been this. I missed last year. I'd done them years before, and they're just a blast. And the cool thing is, the streets get closed down, so you can tool around, be reckless or semi-reckless. You gotta be be
Well, we don't
responsible.
condone that as the official event organizers. We want
No,
everybody to be safe and
you
wear a
don't do it.
helmet.
Oh,
Yeah, no, I understand that.
Fred doesn't wear a helmet, look at that, he's got a little.
Yeah, but I think it's just cool that, I mean, having an open street and not having to worry about cars, it's really free.
It's really amazing. Everybody just rides around with grins on their faces
Yeah,
all day long. It's just like people don't even remember the day because all they could see was bliss.
yeah, it's like a acceptable legal version of the Tuesday night bike ride.
Right. Right.
'Cause-
Yeah, exactly. But, you know, that's just the beginning of Bike Fest month in Tucson. So all April long, we've got over 40 different activities planned, one for almost every day of the month. You can find out more about it at bikefesttucson.com. We've got a bike and movie series, it's really exciting. Every week we're showing a different bicycle themed movie. We're talking more about movies later on in the show, right? We've got Goonies, E.T., Pee-wee's Big Adventure, and the Triplets of Belleville, all of which are going to be shown in different public parks in Tucson that's only accessible by the bicycle. So you couldn't even really drive there if you wanted to.
Where are you showing Pee-wee's Big Adventure?
Pee-wee's Big Adventure will be over here in the Franklin Street parking lot, so that's a big exception. You could park there. You could park there.
Fred,
What?
nice. Nice.
That is.
But ride
I
your bike,
wanna know
it's
where
more
Goonies
fun.
is, where's Goonies gonna be played at?
Goonies already happened, actually. It happened Thursday, April 3rd.
That's a good movie.
Yep.
And what's the connection with Goonies? I'm asking for this question. Why would they show Goonies? What's the big bike connection with Goonies?
Well, first of all the kids were on bikes. And then the older brother was like on a little bike, and the bad guy, who was the nasty boyfriend of the girl, of
The
the
sister.
Troy.
the
His name is
sister,
Troy.
Troy.
Yeah.
He grabbed the kid's hand, and so he's sort of like on this bicycle that's way undersized for him. He grabbed his hand while he was driving the car and like sort of like dragged him along with him. So that, I mean, there's like a lot
So I
of.
think basically the kids got around on bikes.
But that brother on the little bike, he was 16. Do you know why he wasn't in a car?
Like Fred's kids, he didn't want to take the responsibility of getting their driver's license.
No.
Is this part of the movie?
Yeah. Part of the plot, he failed the driver's license test the day before.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
I thought it was like your boys. Dad would take us there.
No, they've never even taken a test.
Your sons have never taken the test.
Never.
Now, doesn't it make sense that when you turn 16, you want to get your driver's license?
They didn't want them. They didn't want a license.
They want you to haul them around.
Yeah.
See, that's not the trend anymore. The new trend is towards not buying a car, density, walkability. The millennials are wanting to live in places like downtown Tucson
Well, actually,
because you don't need a car.
yeah, it's true, because actually Alec takes the bus or he bikes. I mean, he kicked our butt at Hard Charge.
Yeah, but he's
He bikes
30 years younger than us.
He bikes everywhere. He has a bike.
Everyone there that was 30 years younger than us kicked our butt.
The other demographic that's driving downtowns across the country is the baby boomers who also want that walkability, bikeability, density. Their kids are out of the house, they've downsized their homes, and they want to go out and have fun.
I like that. Fred, you're the last year of the baby boomers, right?
I think 64, isn't it 64, I think?
I think you're right. Probably
Yeah.
64.
Yeah, so you're the last year.
Yeah, I'm the last year of the baby boomers. Darn it. What's after the baby boomers?
Isn't it the Xers?
X
That's the
generation.
Xers.
Gen X. And-
Yeah, I'm glad I'm a baby boomer.
But the X stands for exceptional.
I was gonna say, that's why they're all unemployed, but that's.
Did you guys see the streetcar just roll by?
Oh my gosh, it just ripped off the mirror on my car. You see that? Just kidding. Yeah, I saw the streetcar roll by. That's awesome.
See, if you're on your bike, you wouldn't have had that issue.
Yeah, it would have ran me down.
Okay.
Ah, Fred.
All right, so anything else exciting on? I mean,
Ton of
always
stuff.
stuff.
My goodness, there's so much going on. We have literally hundreds of events in downtown Tucson every month. That doesn't include all of the just little fantastic music venues and fun things that you can see on the street, places to eat, places to shop. Really, if you want to know what's going on downtown, plan your day downtown, head to downtowntucson.org. There's so much information there, it would take more than the whole show to even tell you.
There, and you're not kidding, there's a ton.
There is
And
a
you're constantly
ton.
updating it.
Absolutely. We have news stories on there, talks about the latest and greatest of what's going on in downtown Tucson. I'm not kidding when I say hundreds of events a month. I counted once.
Cool.
It's literally like 400.
DowntownTucson.org.
DowntownTucson.org. And we'll
Alright.
see you downtown.
Okay, we're gonna do this real quick. The first person to find Kylie Walzak at Cyclovia today, give her your name, and we will get you a dozen roses from Mayfield Florist.
Very nice.
And I'll give you a temporary tattoo.
Ooh, what up?
Cyclovia Tucson.
Nice.
A tattoo and flowers.
Temporary tattoo. Cyclovia.tucson.com.
Cyclovia.com, okay.
.org.
.org. All right. Hey Fred, how much time we got left on this part?
We're way over.
Okay, great. So we'll be back after this short break. Remember, support our sponsors, and we'll be back for more here on the Fred and Jeff Show. Dude, you're terrible. I need a clock.
No, I mean, the one that matters is the four
Josh
second.
Brolin.
I get it.
There's all that talk about.
No, we're
Josh
fine.
Oh, yeah.
We're fine.
Josh Bolin.
Brolin. He's the brother in the Goonies.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I love that movie.
I do too.
I love that. There's only one movie I like better than that one. Kid movie.
Oh, I forgot.
Never did it.
E.T.?
Best kid movie ever.
I said E.T. It's
Best kid movie ever.
not, One Crazy Summer.
No,
Kid movie. Yeah, it's not like kid movie.
Gremlins.
no,
Frozen.
Ghostbusters.
no. What'd you say?
Frozen.
That's a good
That's a good
kid movie, but the children.
Oh,
tons of-
Stand By
Oh.
Me.
That is number 2 on my list.
I thought Goonies was number 2.
Take this and stick it where the sun never shines.
Oh, what is that?
Bad News Bears.
Oh.
Greatest kid movie
The
ever.
original.
The original, yes, and only the original. Walter Matthau, Tatum O'Neal. Love that movie. Great movie.
So we're doing fine.
And highly educational since they play Carmen. All right, so what are we gonna
Let's get a picture real quick. Why don't all of you guys can just do a quick photo? I actually have a good camera this time.
Oh,
Wait, you want to
all
stand
of
there?
us? Yeah.
Down in the background?
Sure. Or, yeah,
Yeah, let's stand with it.
just be careful of the cord.
Yeah, careful of the cord.
This here? Got the mascot in there? Oh, yay!
Is that the mascot?
Yeah, this is Indy.
I love it. Here, here, let's give it these guys.
You know what I mean?
So April 3rd, where's
Did
the
you look
camera?
up?
Here, let me have
No,
it.
it's-
Yeah.
It's at Alvernon Park at 3rd and just east of Alvernon Road.
we love
Let
you.
me have that.
3rd Street, no?
Let me have that, let me have that. Who can't be seen?
Okay, good.
Kylie.
Did you see my arm?
Oh, you don't want to be in it, Jeff?
No, I'm not. Oh yeah, Fred, this is perfect. Get us all.
Wait, hold that thought. Hold that thought. All right, can you just,
Oh, I can't, I'm sorry, I can't.
okay, no worries.
I can't.
Are you camera
How much you
first?
get in there?
Yes,
Good for
Thank you.
you.
cameras.
Watch the cord. All right.
Good for you.
I'm sorry, Nia.
Oh, no worries.
Are we holding up this guy again?
Yeah, because as long as Indy's in there. All right, Kylie, okay, I can see everybody. Oh, gorgeous.
That's what I hear all the time. Alright.
Alvernon and 3rd, the park, like, when you go across the bike crossing there, 3rd Street,
Yeah.
it's on the, sorry, on the
Perfect.
southeast side of 3rd and whatever, next, Montezuma, I think is the next street.
So if you just take the tap,
Oh,
we'll find
well,
it.
If you just take
Mia's
3rd Street
next,
and go
so-
across Alvernon, you'll see us over there.
Might be all of you.
And the
Mine-
other thing to mention is that everything that we're bringing to show
Oh,
you,
okay.
all these
I'm
smart
almost
bikes,
definitely done.
powered by batteries and
Okay.
generators and
And
solar
so you
panels,
didn't
no
have-
electricity.
Brad, tell me that.
Good for you guys.
It's
That's
fun.
awesome.
It's gonna be really neat.
That is fun.
That'll be Thursday at 7, and you can find out exact directions on Facebook or on bikefesttucson.com. Those,
Tucson.com.
And that's actually, the biking movies are being done by the guys that do Tuesday Night Bike Ride.
Okay.
So,
The insane people?
that is the, but we're not leading a ride there. Everybody has to get there by themselves, you know.
That's awesome.
Does anybody know where to buy Jiffy Pop in this town? What do you mean?
Safeway?
I looked, I went to Walmart, I didn't see, I'm wondering if it's one of those things
Maybe
that.
the dollar store on 22nd, just east
I've
of
seen
Alvernon.
Jiffy Pop. all
I've
over.
seen
Safeway.
Safeway.
Robinsons or,
Okay,
yeah.
that's another thing we'll have.
Jiffy Pop, nice.
Yeah, those bring little camp stoves and we can just make it right there.
Sweet.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Have fun with your event stuff.
Good luck.
Thanks for the invite
And just, if somebody approaches you about the largest, if you can email me,
Yeah.
and you have my email, right?
Yes.
Oh, no, you're fine, you're fine.
Thanks.
Take
I'm just trying
care.
to stay out of the way now. Did you want to do more? Okay.
Don't have to just,
Oh, this is a lot of fun.
opening night,
Dolce Cubana.
you can physically have those, Jeff. I can give you more if you have like, customer.
Can I just email you like names, if you want to do it?
Is this where, is this the
Opening night.
outtakes of Marlon Brando in Guys and Dolls? Dolce Cubana?
Unfortunately, no.
Rats. Cool, man, Dolce Cubana. I see the big stogie. What is this?
That's opening night of.
Afro-Cuban music.
Yep.
Performers. Is the indie film called Dolce Cubana?
No, we have a lot of Cuban films in the film festival this year, and that's like our theme. Like last year was cinema hop. This was a 50s party theme. This year it's a Cuban theme party because we have Cuban films this year. A lot of Cuban films.
I love it. Love it. I can totally hear me.
Okay.
Here, listen to it, so you tell me what you think. Because I mean, it's kind of annoying to.
That sounds good.
Unless one of you guys want to listen to it.
No, we're good. I'm good.
Yeah.
That looks good.
Yeah. I've got plenty of wax.
Funny what?
Wax.
So Philip is a screenwriter. Yep, and he did that film. And he got the job through LinkedIn.
No way!
Way.
Love it. Feel like I'm Wayne's World. Wayne's World.
Is that the one you gave me?
No, I gave it to it. It was a gesture.
No, for the movie. You steal it from me.
Yes.
He stole it from you.
Yeah.
What do you look for? This?
Yeah.
Yeah, take that. Here, you want this? Because that's got what you like. All your little info.
Alright, cool.
Excellent. Party time.
Here's one for you personally.
Oh.
There you go. Yeah. I don't have any more big ones.
Now I'm someone.
Yeah, indeed. You have to be a someone.
Oh, jeez.
Ready?
No. Hold on. 122. Okay, I'm good. Sorry.
Okay.
Go.
This is the Fred and Jeff Show. This is Fred Ronstadt. I'm here with my little brother Jeffrey.
Hola, chuchon.
And we are celebrating the people, the places, the events, history, and culture that make living in Tucson and Southern Arizona so gosh darn wonderful, Jeff.
That's exactly right, Fred.
And we invite you to visit us at friendjeff.com, follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, and even subscribe to this tome of wisdom and entertainment off of iTunes. Now, Jeffrey,
Yes, Fred.
as mentioned last segment of the show, we are sitting in the beautiful lobby of the screening room
I love this place.
located in downtown Tucson.
You know what's interesting about the screening room, Fred?
What?
Lots of things.
What?
Well, number one, they show a ton of cool movies.
Yes,
Number two, you could rent this place out for a party
sure.
or for a business event.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
Yes, I did.
So we should have our our 5-year anniversary for the show here at the screening room.
It'd be great.
We'll invite all of our sponsors and friends. We might get like 6 people. It'd be good.
We could show your favorite childhood movie.
We could. Or we could do like a whole montage of Johnny Quests.
That'd be really cool.
Loving Johnny Quest.
Yeah.
Or we could screen your movie, The Kleenex.
Yeah, which I have to go, Dan, I promised you I was gonna submit that film,
He lied.
but I couldn't find, my dad's looking for the it's 8mm.
You know, he may have sent it away to one of those archival organizations to save it.
Yeah, it's,
Because it is a piece of Americana.
it is. Yeah, I keep on saying that the red balloon stole my idea.
Yeah, the red balloon or the white Kleenex. I don't know which one would have flown further. No pun intended.
Yeah,
Even though I just given away the plot of your whole movie.
Huh. Yeah, well, anybody who knows red balloon knows the plot of the movie. So what is with us at the screening room is Mia Schneibel, who
our favorite friend from the screen room. Loving the Mia. You know, Mia, every single year, you know, Fred and I do 52 shows a year.
Yep.
Every single year, we know a show will always be the Arizona International Film Festival, starring Mia Schneibel, the old bingo caller from Cappy's Bar and Grill.
Yes, indeed. Yes,
How you doing,
indeed.
Mia?
I'm doing well. How are you guys doing?
Good, excellent, really good.
Yeah, I talked to Chris over at Cappy's and they're not doing bingo this month.
Do you know why that is?
Is Mia out of town?
Yeah, Mia's got to do the International Film Festival.
Yes.
And without Mia calling the numbers, it ain't any fun.
It was a blast. It was definitely rock and roll bingo at its finest.
Yeah, it was fun. So how are things in the screening room?
Great. We're getting geared up. As you can see, we're shredding. This is a work in progress.
Holy mackerel, yeah, you
We
guys
got
are
work
hard
everywhere. Every table is out. We got the master schedule behind us. And we're getting ready for the 23rd edition of the Arizona International Film Festival.
Okay, so, and can we take a picture of it and post it on the website of all this stuff back here? Or is this top secret information?
Maybe it's a little secret.
Okay,
And this
So-
is only for a privileged few.
all right, so let me describe what I'm looking at here, folks. We've got those really, really big rip-off, like Post-it note sheets. You know, what is it, like 2.5 foot by 18-inch pieces of paper. And they're littered with names of movies and.
Littered?
Well, strewn with names of movies and all kinds of stuff that you guys are putting the actual schedule together for this year's show.
Yep.
That's a lot of information.
And we add when filmmakers come, or when actors come, or different parties, or different interviews. Every time we get a media interview, we write up on the board, we try to figure out what filmmaker should go on. So yeah, it's a lot of work. So you're seeing literally the guts of the festival right
That's
now.
awesome. That's really cool. And unfortunately, you would need that German code detector, that German code thing from World
Yes.
War II to figure out what any of this stuff
The
means.
Yes.
Enigma.
The Enigma machine,
Yes,
right?
it's a secret code
Right.
on the board.
That's cool though. Good for you. Now, you've got this down to a science, it looks like.
Yeah, we do. We're getting on there. 23 years.
23 years.
We're figuring it out.
And how many movies have y'all screened this year to present at the festival?
Oh, how many did we screen or how many made it?
How many were submitted?
How many were submitted? Yeah, how many were submitted?
Probably this year accepted 1 in 8, and we have over 120 films.
Wow,
So we have about 900 films submitted.
900 films
Yep.
submitted. And just to give people out there an idea, how many films do you think they screen at like Sundance or one of the big name festivals?
Yep, Sundance, they had a record amount of year. They almost had 3,000. Slam Dance across the street had over 12,000.
And we get over 900.
Yes,
That's still a lot.
that
of
is a
films.
lot. That is a lot.
That's
One
a
of the
ton of
reasons why we
films.
do 17 days.
17 days of film.
Yeah.
That's great.
And the reality too is it's a manpower issue because every single film that gets submitted gets screened.
Screened by at least 3 people all the way through. A lot of film festivals don't watch them all the way through. You get usually 15 minutes of a feature to grab somebody and 3 minutes of a short. But sometimes we realize that sometimes films build slow. So if you're a screener, which I'm not, you have to watch it all the way through the credits.
Really, you're not screening any films?
I personally do not screen.
Now, what's the criteria to become a screener?
You have to know film, you have to love film, and you have to like independent film and have good taste
And have a lot of time.
and time.
Yeah,
That's one of the reasons why you don't screen. Because you have to, if you pick a genre, you have to watch all the documentaries. Everybody's like, oh, that's so super fun. Well, no, it's not so super fun if you're only picking 1 and 9.
Oh,
You
yeah.
still have
that's-
to watch the ones that aren't good.
Right.
And then this year we had a lot that, we wish we would have had maybe another week.
Really?
Yeah. And that's another reason why I'm not a screener, because I don't like breaking people's hearts.
So let's go through that process. You get 900 films,
Uh-huh.
and in the 17 days, how many are you showing?
Over 120.
So that's a lot of broken hearts.
That is a lot of broken hearts.
And-
But a lot of super happy hearts, and a lot of them are coming to
Absolutely.
Tucson.
Really?
Yeah, we have a lot of filmmakers coming in this year. So from all over the world.
No kidding.
And they keep calling.
Well-
We just found out last night that the architect from the Tesla, the fascinating world of Eugene Sue, he's coming in. He's like this world famous architect, and you can talk to him yourself right after the film. How cool is that?
Very cool.
I mean, he just called up and said, hey, I'm coming. And we're like, okay.
And where do you put these guys up? I mean, you figure these guys need to hang out at some ritzy, hotel.
Well, we have a lot of hotel sponsors. Hotel Congress, Hotel Tucson, Country Inn, and of course River Park Inn.
All right.
Yeah, and they're welcome to stay other places, but we like to,
Keep them close by.
we like to have them close by because that's where all the fun is. You know, one day we have an opening night it's April 11th through the 27th, but Friday, April 11th at Crossroads, and that weekend is Crossroads and Screening Room, and then the whole party just moves on downtown. So it's nice to have them close so they can run back to their hotel and get more postcards, take a nap, and then they can party to the wee hours of the night.
Beautiful. That's great.
Yeah, super
All
fun.
right. Super fun.
So it's just, in years past, have been multiple venues, but this year, it's just the screening
Two.
room and
Yeah, Crossroads.
Crossroads.
Yeah, so it depends on the films we get in, depends on the venue, the space, and what other people are doing too. So we always try to get it, but the screening room is the heart of the festival.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
And this is one of the finer places in town to screen a movie.
It's a great theater, it's 130 seats. Gonna be celebrating its 25th anniversary this November. And it's just a really fun place to bring a family.
It's very comfortable, it's intimate, as they say.
Yes, yeah, it's great. Easy parking. You just come down Broadway, it turns into Congress. Drive by, wave at me when you go by the screening room. And then Scott Street has a light.
Uh-huh.
Turn right, Pennington Garage, costs you a couple dollars, and it's 220 steps
220 steps.
of Mia steps.
Yeah, so those are small steps.
Yeah,
So Fred Jeff said it might be 190.
maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So it's right around the corner.
And meters are free after 5 and free all weekend. So park legally and park inside the box. Don't stop the street.
I know when I parked out here, you came out and said, "You're outside the box."
That's right. Think inside the box, people. Think
Yeah.
inside the
Get
box.
in that box. All right.
But it's, you know, parking is easy and it's super fun. And that's one thing I love about film festivals is that you get to meet filmmakers afterwards. You get to hang out with them.
Got it. I love that. I remember years ago we got to hang out with Rocco Bellic,
Yeah,
the guy that put together Happy the movie.
yeah. And that went huge,
Huge.
huge. That probably went global.
Yeah, it was awesome. Awesome.
So what is the, in your mind, the must-see movie this festival?
I'm super, super excited about Troop 491, The Adventures of Muddy Lions. This kid, inner city, and he sees a shooting. And so, is he gonna go like the gang route, or is he gonna go the Boy Scout route? And even like I think it's his dad in prison says, well, you saw a shooting, good luck to you, because they're gonna kill you next unless you join the gang.
Thanks, Dad.
Yeah, it's like, yay!
All right.
And how the Boy Scouts really saved him. And it's just an incredible story. And even if you're not a Boy Scout or Girl Scout, which I was, Girl Scouts rock, if you have kids, it's a great film to bring them to because it's like, hey, there are a lot of choices in life, and some people might steer you down the wrong path, but stick with the good friends, and you know, maybe join the Boy Scouts or not, but there's
But don't
choices.
join the gangs.
Don't join the gangs.
Right.
And that's playing second Saturdays, April 12th, screening room at 7 o'clock, and Sunday at Crossroads on the 13th at noon.
Perfect.
And I just love it.
And if folks want more information on the whole rundown,
Whole rundown, it'll be www.filmfestivalarizona.com.
perfect.
And we're on Twitter, we're on Facebook, we're on Instagram. Indy, our mascot, she's on Instagram and YouTube. So we got them all covered.
Love it.
Trailers, synopsis. They're at over 120 films. There is one film for you.
Perfect. Thanks, Mia. All right, we're going to take a quick break. Folks, we'll be back. We've got a great guest you'd like to hear all about him, so stick around. We got more here on the Fred Jeff Show.
Here we've done this.
Don't stop. Let's go.
All
Where are you from?
Originally Massachusetts, but I live here now.
When did you move to Tucson?
2008.
Guilty.
Yeah.
Yours, wife?
Well, we're all kinds of things.
Good
What
friend.
are you interested in?
I won't ask her any more questions.
You'll keep getting answers like that.
There you go. A whole show on that.
You could. You could.
I like it. Yeah.
Don't let that face
This is Friend Jeff Show. This is Fred Ross. I'm here with my little brother Jeffrey.
Hola, Tucson.
And we are celebrating the people, the places, the events, history, and culture make living in Tucson and Southern Arizona so gosh darn wonderful. And Jeff, we are just about to embark on a really cool event here in Tucson called the Arizona International Film Festival. And before the break, we were talking to Mia Schneibel from the screening room who helps put this thing together every year. And with us now we have Philip Sedgwick, who is the screenwriter for one of the shorts that is being screened here during the festival. It's called Mirage at Zabul Province. And I had a chance to screen that before the show, and it was quite a little piece of work.
Well, thank you. We feel that we have a good element of production value. The director is exceptional.
Wait, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
What does a good element of production value mean?
Oh, production value is when you look at a film, it has everything that a studio is going to want.
Okay.
So you have sound, which is really important because a lot of indie films, the sound is lacking. Phenomenal acting, great set design, and of course a brilliant screenplay.
and earlier, between the during the breaks, Mia said that you had gotten this job how?
On LinkedIn.
LinkedIn.
Yeah. See what writers do. It's like when you're working your way into the big time, you have to look for writing gigs. I mean, when I started writing, there was no internet. And so you had to send letters and wait, like maybe a year, you'd get a "you suck" letter back from someone.
Right.
And now it's more instantaneous.
Yeah, now those "you suck" letters come in constantly.
Boom, like that.
Just wait till after the show.
You get about 30.
Oh,
yeah.
jeez.
But it was a Sunday afternoon, and I happened to see this blip come up on one of the boards in the film industry. This guy said, "I need a writer to write a war film." It's like, I can write that. I know I can write that. I served in Vietnam. And it's like, I know the feeling. And, if you really want to portray that, then you have to, somebody who's felt the grit. And so I sent the guy a couple of spec screenplays, and he called me immediately, which is unheard of. And he said, "Oh my God, this is great. I want to hire you." And it's like, great. And then as we got into the process, we went back and forth. We did it the old-fashioned way. We talked on the phone. And
as opposed to what, email
or Skype.
Or Skype.
Everybody Skypes now. You wear your headset, and type on your keyboard, and make it look like you're working,
Right.
some coffee. And we wrote about a dozen drafts of the script.
Now, who is this gentleman?
Nathan Bettesworth.
Okay, he's the director of it.
Yeah, he's the director. Yeah, he works in LA. He's working in post-production with some companies over there and doing things like that. And he needed to make a short film, and he had a basic idea. He was formerly a defense contractor, and he heard some stories, and so he wanted to build on one of the stories that he heard as a defense contractor. And so he kind of gave me this idea of, I want to do a movie about patrol, and they get hit with an IED, and they run into a woman, and she has a wounded daughter, and what do they do?
That was the premise.
That was the premise, yeah. What do they
built
do?
it from there?
We did, yeah.
Can you share anything else with us, or would it be giving it away?
Well, I don't want to give away the spoilers, but basically, my thinking was, what people need to realize, I'm sorry to say that, I don't like this, well, I'm not sorry to say it, but the war is glorified, well, our heroes, and it's like, these guys are getting dirt in their teeth every day and in their eyes, and they're making decisions that are going to be life-altering, and if they make the wrong decision, it's like a part of their soul gets stolen. And so I wanted to portray, it's not just about you go over and you shoot people because they're bad or whatever it happens to be. There are very complicated scenarios that arise, especially now, that these troops have to encounter on a daily basis. It has to do with trust. Who do you trust? What do you do if if you're in a situation to help someone? Do you? Or are you your own priority? And it's complicated. It's really complicated.
Well, those are decisions that they make in a second's notice,
Speed of light.
and they have to live with them for the rest of their lives.
Exactly. And that's what we were trying to portray. And one of our actors in here is the medic Sam Whitten. He's going to be here for the screening. He's amazing. He's a phenomenal actor. And he did a thing. He has one of my favorite parts of the movie is where he gives one of the other soldiers a look, and you just understand that a shift has taken place. You just know that a shift occurred, and they're going to make a decision. And that's not the end of it, of course, at that point, because it's war and things keep changing on a moment-by-moment basis. But
And they do change.
And they do change.
Very,
Yeah.
very,
Were you
very
surprised?
Um,
Oh.
I gotta tell you something, maybe we'll talk offline, but there was a moment after the bomb went off. And there was, and there's all the movement.
Right.
And everyone, and one of the bad guys did something
Yeah,
that I thought was a little foreshadowing.
it was, yeah.
But regardless, I must say though, it was a surprise when it happened, when something else happened. That was surprising.
Oh, good. Well, that's what we were hoping for, and we were also hoping for the fact that, when you're in a combat zone, there's no safe moment.
No, and I gotta tell you something, that feeling came across clear as day. That there was not an instant where anybody let their guard down,
Right.
and the tension was there the whole time. And, I mean, I thought it was just phenomenal.
Thank you.
It was really good.
Is this your first screenplay that's been produced?
Yes, and I have a romantic comedy in contrast that's being developed right now in LA.
So take a step back. So instead of being the screenwriter, you're the person watching the movie, and you've seen it a zillion times, I'm sure, as they put it together.
Yeah.
Are you happy with it?
Yes, in fact, the last time I saw it at a festival, I'm sitting there with the actor, and we know we're going to get up and do Q&A, so we're kind of rallying for that and whatnot. But I sit there, I had chills. I absolutely had chills, and I know it's coming. And there are moments in the movie where it's just like, oh my God, I get choked up. I wrote the thing.
And so, are you surprised when you see how other people react? Because I noticed the look on your face when you asked Fred,
Yeah.
what did you think?
Yeah.
And Fred's like, well, and immediately you're like, oh no. Or,
So immediately I was thinking, what does he know?
A lot of people want that. Yeah, and so, you can see you wear this movie on your sleeve.
Yeah, you do, and it's one of those things where it becomes a part of you. It's like I don't think I'll ever get tired of seeing it, and it's it was such a visceral thing for all of us. I mean, the guys in this movie, the actors, had to go out and crawl around in the desert for 2 days with military consultants that have been in Iraq and Afghanistan.
Wow.
They had to learn how to hold the weapons. They had to learn how to walk.
I completely thought that those guys were all military.
Yeah, none of them were.
Yeah.
They were all very believable, and I gave them authentic language. It would be R-rated.
Right. So do you think that's the toughest part about being a screenwriter, is taking the unwanted or wanted criticism? I mean, because let's face it, even Citizen Kane had its detractors. So is that the hardest part about being a screenwriter?
It's a very hard part. You write things and you say, God, that's brilliant, and people say, oh, it didn't drive the character forward, and it's like, how about I drive you forward?
That's awesome.
It is a difficult part.
That's awesome. Listen, the show is over for today. Mia, tell us some more because we have one
Okay,
more.
it's Philip's movie is part of Dramatic Shorts, Saturday, April the 12th, 9:30 at the Screen Room.
Awesome. Folks, Arizona International Film Festival is absolutely one of the great things that happens here in Tucson. Cannot be any greater than this 17 days of fun. So we highly suggest you come out. Mia, you can get an
Yep, all 17 days, only $100, 5 films for $25, $6 before 6, $8 after 6, student, military, senior discount.
It's awesome.
And we have 2 passes to give away for the opening night at Grand Cinemas Crossroads, Friday, April 11th. Be the first, actually 2 people to email me at fred@fredjeff.com, and we'll send you out a pass for Noche Cubana.
Noche Cubana.
Yep, 4 different films you can pick from.
Yeah, it'll be a lot of fun. So folks, thanks for tuning in to the Fred and Jeff Show this week. If you enjoy what you've heard, go to the website, fredjeff.com, because we got lots more that we're going to talk to Philip about his movie. So click over to the website and check out some more about this great movie, Miracle at Zabul Province. See you next week. So we want to clearly ask you some more. We'll put it on the website.
Sure, absolutely. Oh, I feel like I'm on After Time with Bill Maher. What we were talking about when we thought is like, when you guys were doing your thing there, it's like, did you ever see that show that Ricky Gervais did on HBO?
With Stephen Merchant?
Yeah.
Which one?
The one where they would just sit around like they were on the radio.
Yeah, the Ricky Gervais show.
Oh, yeah,
Talking
yeah,
about
Gervais
stuff,
show.
it's like when you were talking
And
about.
then Carl Plumpington would come in every once in a while, they'd haze in.
No,
We
it
used
was
to have
always
a
the
Carl.
three of them. It was always the three of them.
Well, we used to have a Carl Plumpington on our show,
Well-
Tony Zinman.
Pilkington.
Oh, yeah.
Plumpington, isn't it?
Pilkington.
Pilkington. And Tony got tired of being Carl Plumpington.
Well, buy him a cup.
You're right. I should buy Tony a cup and a jock to go with it.
Yeah.
And keep it in place.
Exactly.
Yeah. I didn't say that.
Right.
No, hold on. So, we don't want to give away anything about the movie.
Okay.
We just kind of scratched the surface with you about who you are. But let's take like 10 minutes and we're going to talk about who you are, where you're from,
Yep.
more in depth, if you have some anecdotes about the film, all that kind of stuff. And then, you know, anything that comes to your mind about future projects that you're working on.
Jeff.
So you had a romantic comedy?
You misquoted the name. You said Miracle rather than Mirage.
Mirage. Hold on.
I know, don't you hate it?
You're right. You're right. Mirage.
Should we
Couple
get her in
Problems.
here and ask her some questions?
No, no, no.
What's it like living with a writer?
She's already giving me a hard time twice. Oh, we might do that. Mirage at Kabul province.
Zabul.
Zabul.
I had it Mirage at Mansur Calais because it's actually a place in Zabul province, and I like alliteration. And the director said, no, it doesn't. And it's like, all right.
Zabul.
So when we won at one of our film festivals, you know, the guy opens the envelope and he goes, oh shit, I can't pronounce this. And it's like, we won! We won!
All right, we're gonna, and then we're not on the air, so we can say anything we want.
Well, I mean, it's still, you know,
Yeah,
We can make fun of it.
I'll say, oh golly,
Right.
gosh darn fuck.
Those fucking people that come in, I'm gonna kill them.
All right, you haven't seen it.
No, well,
You can-
I have the link, and I started to watch it last night, and my little guy, Dad, come and lay down with me, and it was like 8:30, I'm like, all right, I'll let-" and I woke up at 4 in the morning. So,
Yeah.
but I'll watch it this afternoon.
Okay.
I'm pretty excited to watch it, I like this genre.
so when the one Talon guy was down and his hand twitched,
Yeah,
I was like, oh, that's bad.
yeah, that's
Sounds-
bad. But everybody
sounds-
forgets, because so much other stuff happens.
Oh, yeah,
You know, like when the woman shows up, it's like, oh, you forget all about him.
yeah.
And then.
I was actually thinking maybe the kid's is wrapped in dynamite or something. I mean, because nothing's safe. I mean, nothing is innocent.
Mhm.
A mom and a child is not innocent.
Right, I mean, they're suspect. I mean, until they do something, and that was one of the issues that we had.
Wait,
with-
time out. This is for the show. So let's go.
Yeah, I thought we were going to talk about the.
Are you taping it right now?
No.
Oh, well, let's start. Go.
Buzz, yeah.
Hey folks, this is Jeff Ronstadt. I'm here with my brother Fred.
Hola, Tucson.
And this is the post-Fred Jeff Show interview. So if you were with us today on 104.1 The Truth, you heard our show from 11 to 12. And we had a lot of folks on the show today, but we didn't quite have enough time with one of our guests, Philip Sedgwick, who's a screenwriter for the show, for the movie Mirage at Kabul Province, that's being screened at the Arizona International Film Festival. So with us in this fun little short is Mia from the International Film Festival.
Hello.
And Philip.
Yes.
So Philip, we were talking during the show about who you are, where you came from, what you're up to, and how tough it is sometimes to be a screenwriter when you're up there getting, you know, kind of these crazy questions pelted at you.
Yes.
But really what I'm really interested in is how do you come up with your ideas? And I know this is a very trite question, but I find the answer sometimes to be very illuminating. How do you come up with your ideas for these types of screenplays? Because I'm sure you've written a bunch in your past.
Indeed.
So when you had this gentleman on LinkedIn
Mhm.
ask you about, hey, I need someone to help me write this,
Yeah.
and you came up with these ideas.
Yeah. Well, basically what I did is he sent me character descriptions. It's like, well, these are who I want these guys to be, but I needed to flesh this out some more. And here's where I want the story to go. And it's like, no, here's what we need to do. We need to turn it like this. And one of our initial intense discussions was what to do at the very end of the film. And so, you know, we talked about that, and I said, no, you gotta do it this way, you gotta do it this way. So the next day, the director called me and he said, my wife says you're right.
No kidding. That's
So
awesome.
that's how we worked the ending, because I'm going, no, that won't work, it won't work.
So-
Everybody's gonna walk away just satisfied.
So this kind of a movie, you didn't have the luxury of shooting multiple different endings
No.
and screening them with
No.
different audiences.
No, we did not. And, you know, these guys were out in the desert, it was cold, it was raining the weekend that they did the initial shoot. They went back out and did some pickups about 2 or 3 weeks later. But they had a limited amount of time, you know, they had a limited permit. And we do have some pyrotechnics in the film, and we had one shot at that.
No
It
kidding.
says one shot, so let's get this right. So we have 4 cameras, you know, rolling at the time that they did the shot. Of course, you see all of the shots because they liked it so much. It was actually really good. And then they did some special effects to get the vehicle into the explosion because there were insurance and SAG limitations on how close the actors could be to the physical explosion.
So, what was your budget for this guy?
I have no idea.
No clue.
I have no clue.
I mean, it
Um,
looks like a big budget Hollywood short.
Well, we shot it on film. We got the cameras from Panavision, that was a donate. We got the film from Fuji, because, you know, nobody's shooting on film anymore, which is an absolute tragedy. Film is just fabulous. And they called in favors, and the director was very tight-lipped about it. And I know it was more than $20, but...
Which was your fee?
No, I did better than that.
Oh, good.
I actually got paid a reasonable writing fee.
Good for you.
But, yeah, and it was some work. I mean, you think, oh, it's short, you know, 16 pages, I can knock that out in an afternoon. And then, you know, 12 rewrites later, you know, in 6 weeks, you know, it's a lot of time.
And tell our listeners about rewrites. What goes into a rewrite?
Well, usually what will happen is they come back and there will be notes. They'll say, well, this didn't resonate for me. What does this mean? Why did you do that? That's too many words. That's on the nose. On the nose means the person actually said what they meant. And in film, that's kind of a cardinal sin in screenwriting, because when people are talking, they very seldom give each other direct answers. There's always the subtext, and so the hidden veiled meaning that you have to look to find. And so they come back and say, I didn't like that bit of dialogue. We actually had quite a conversation about dialogue at the beginning, because he didn't want a lot of cuss words in it. And I said, I was in the Navy for many years, and we talked like this. and he said, no, I don't know. And then he talked to the military consultants, and they said, you need to make it authentic. If you want to do something that's impactful for veterans, as well as people who are wanting to understand veterans, you know, let them write how they talk.
And because of your experience in the military, you were uniquely able to do that.
I was very qualified.
Very
Yes,
qualified.
Yes, because when I went into the Navy, they said, if you don't swear, we don't trust you.
So now, how do you switch from this project, which, by the way, folks, this is an award-winning.
It is award-winning.
It's award-winning. I mean, so how many of these festivals have you screened your movie at?
I think maybe 11, and we've won 5. Wow, I think.
Wow,
Now, we've also come close. We talked about Sundance earlier. We were in the short category. We had 8,161 submissions this year. We didn't get in, but who's counting? And we were one of 11 in competition at the Montreal Film Festival, and that was out of 3,000. There were 11 films in competition. They selected 70 shorts total, but only 11 were allowed to compete.
Did you have any idea that it was this good?
Yeah, I did. I didn't know, like when we got the final video, you know, the director sends it and he says, okay, here it is. And, you know, we're sitting down, my partner and I said, God, I hope the actors don't suck. Yeah, that was my concern, that there was going to be bad acting, because a lot of the film, the acting is not great.
Well, and that's going to be every screenwriter's, worry.
Yeah.
So you weren't out on the set?
I was not. No, there was a lot going on at the time. In my life, I had a family member who was very ill, and so I was dealing with that in that time frame. But with the acting team, you know, we went through a casting agency in LA, and the actors they're staggering. I mean, there are 2 of them that are so brilliant, and they're so nuance oriented. Because there were 2 things that happened in there. I referred to the look earlier that the medic gives, and we talked about an hour at least about how to write that. You know, one sentence, how do we write this so the actor gets it? And it's like, well, you're the director, you're on set, you just tell them. I'm a writer, I'll just write, something in there, you take it from there.
And it worked.
It worked really well, because the guy translated it for whatever reason. I mean, he was just able to feel it.
To get it. Wow, I'm really excited to see this. Mia, when are they screening this again?
They're April the 12th, the Saturday, 9:30 at the screening room downtown as part of the dramatic shorts.
Okay.
So you pay one price and you see 5 films.
Wow. Now, is it tough to go from this type of genre to the romantic comedy that you said you're working on now?
Well, romantic comedy is kind of like a battlefield.
And
I think that's a song, right?
as well, yeah.
Is that Benatar working over there?
Yeah, as a matter of fact. When you're working on a given project, you're kind of in that project. Sometimes I'm working on 2 projects simultaneously, and what I do is I try to do what I call a clean day. And a clean day is I'm working on this, and this is it. This is my focus. I'm not going to shift because it's too confusing. Then I sleep, I dream about the films and stuff like that. And the next day I get up and say, okay, I've got to rewrite this one scene in the romantic comedy where the elephant and giraffe and the llama and it's like we can't get a llama, or whatever it happens to be. So yeah, you do have to kind of shift.
Hey, you're working on some funky movies there.
I just made that up. We saw The Hangover
That's your
3
job.
because of its proximity to Tucson.
Yeah, you and 6 other people saw it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Classic.
Yeah.
I think the work he did with Obama was probably better received.
I think so too. Yeah.
Oh, that's too funny.
Yeah.
So that's cool. So you're able to kind of jump from genre to genre
Yeah,
without too much.
and I'm also pretty good at weaving unrelated things together, which helps in stories like I'll see something and it's like, oh, there's an idea. I'm working on developing a film that we would shoot in Tucson, so let's hope that we can get this thing together. We take checks, and it's about a cactus. And I was up in Scottsdale one time and I came out of this Mexican bar and I saw this neon cactus lamp in a window. And I was, hey, there's a neon cactus, that'd be a cool movie name. And it had a few cervezas. And it's like, yeah, I went home and under the influence of cerveza, I started an idea.
No kidding.
Yeah, so.
Now, this wasn't during Christmas, was it?
No.
Okay, so you hadn't just seen like a Christmas Story with the leg lamp and, remember that?
Oh, yeah, I do remember that. And every time I see that, I want lamb chops. By the way,
I'm always afraid the bubbles.
lambs.
Yeah, I'm always afraid the bumpus dogs are coming in,
I know. I get nervous when I pull a turkey out of the oven.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So a neon cactus.
Neon cactus, that's one we're working on. In fact, we have a couple of actors attached. We have an actress from Saudi Arabia who was in a film, Wahija, which was on a list for Academy nomination this year. Didn't make it, but I really had my fingers crossed. But she was in that, and she's stellar. We have a guy from Germany. Germans like the desert, and we're hoping that we can draw some international sales from that angle.
Now, is this a comedy?
No, it's actually, there are funny elements in it, but it's about healing post-traumatic stress disorder through alternative means. Alternative means being sometimes healing in life can take place when you least expect it.
Now, how did you get that from a neon cactus after a couple of cervezas?
Well, I like the saguaro cacti, and I think that I can actually carry on conversation with them. That's why I'm a writer. And so they know the history of the land. They've seen everything that's happened there, including things that people won't tweet. And so there's knowledge in these beings, these entities. They're alive. And so I've always thought of them as special and kind of cosmic. And if you sit next to a saguaro, sometimes you can figure out problems.
I like it.
Yeah,
I like it.
you gotta sit in the shade.
Right. Or at least have a big sombrero, right?
Yeah. If you sit in the shade, you don't have a shadow.
That's cool. Well, thanks for spending some extra time with us.
Absolutely, my pleasure.
Yeah, and we really, really hope you guys do well.
I'm going to be looking for you in the seats.
We'll be there.
Okay, excellent.
All right, folks, this is the end of a little extra Fred Jeff show. Hope to see y'all at some of the shows at the Screening Room or down at the Crossroads Festival on Grant and Swan. The Arizona International Film Festival starts
April the 11th, runs through the 27th.
All right, so take care, folks, and we'll see you next week here on the Fred Jeff Show.
It's a wrap.
It's a wrap. Thank you.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Lots of fun.
Thank
Okay?
Yeah,
Good
great.
enough?
Yeah.
Noche de cubre.
Uh,
Juan.
Those are for you.
Okay.
Each one is good for 2 people. Did you need extra? Do you have any friends you wanna invite?
Do I have a friend?
Yeah, you have 2.
I have lots of friends, but I'll tell you what, I would take one more, and that's all that I would put on.
And if you can't use them, I know you're very busy,
Oh, no, I
pass
can.
them along because each one is good for 2, so it saves you $20.
I will do it. Thank you.
That'll be fun.
Yeah, that'll be a lot of fun.
Free plantains.
My wife's from Tampa. Yeah, so you don't have to tell me about the plantain.
Oh, boy.
God's gift to nobody. Especially when you're a potato guy.
Yeah.
You know, the Irish usually comes out, like, oh, I need some french fries with that. No, we're having plantains. Okay. Plantains. Just kidding.
Well, there you
Love
go.
the plantain.
Yeah, I like them actually, you know, I enjoy them, especially if you're drinking up Cuban rum.
Cuba Libre, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
boy. Yeah, I wrote a movie in Cuba that, you know, I'd love to shoot there. I'd love to go to Havana.
How many movies have you written?
About 45.
And how many have been produced?
We're working on the second and we're working on the third.
Okay, so this guy is the first movie. And the romantic comedy is the second?
Yep.
And the cactus movie is the third?
Well, it might be. There might be one that happens sooner because I've got one out to the right people that's actually sci-fi. It's on a contained set. We could do it here. I've got you talking to some people here.
Oh, that's the Tucson movie you're talking about?
No, that's a different one. But it's a sci-fi thing about going to Mars and they're mining asteroids because they found that the metal and the asteroids is a better contact point on weapons. And the world's about ready to go to hell in a handbasket back on Earth, so they're wanting to expedite to get the metal from the asteroids so they can make more weapons.
Okay, so this is just you're making this stuff up?
No,
No, they want to mine,
Did-
they want to mine them.
Don't you watch CNN?
No.
They want to mine them. Yeah, with the Space Fest.
just cannot.
I slept through,
You know, we like to be the happy little people.
Yeah, yeah.
And unless